Yeah, let me know. Yeah, just like Nicole, is this on? Go. Good afternoon. My name is Tommy Schreider, and on behalf of Bloomfield College of Montclair State University, I welcome you to the 2024 commencement. Please rise if you are able to welcome the class of 2024. Please rise if you are able and join me in thanking the members of the Malcolm X Shabazz High School Platinum Funk Squad drumline, who accompanied our candidates along Liberty Street to the entry of this tent for the start of the 151st commencement ceremony. Ariana Joseph will now sing our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free? And home of the brave. Thank you.
Please be seated. Class of 2024, families and honored guests, please enjoy the 2024 Bloomfield College of Montclair State University video.
Bloomfield College is a light source. It's a place with a mission that involves helping people lift themselves up.
It feels like a family over here. That's my favorite part about coming to Bloomfield.
It truly is a family. It's coming together and working together for a common good. And I think that's what makes us unique as an institution, that connection, that relationship.
It's like when you go and you find a place that you really fit in.
A sense of belonging, and as soon as I stepped foot up here, that's what I found.
What makes me the most proud to be a Bloomfield College student is that I'm going to a school so diverse, really a big part of Bloomfield that I love so much.
About 52% of our students are first generation. So when you think about Bloomfield College and the students that come here, it is a major accomplishment for not only the student, but for the whole family system, because it transforms their lives and their families as well.
Our mission has made us special and different from other schools in the state of New Jersey. The staff, the faculty, The Board of Trustees, everyone cares about our students.
You are never going to stop dreaming. You are never going to stop with the goals. And how can we help you get there?
There really are no words to kind of describe this wonderful partnership with Montclair State University. The opportunities and options for our students are just enormous. It opens up so many different doors that previously we didn't have here at Bloomfield College.
Bloomfield is the college to just start your own journey. And it just makes me feel like I'm doing something purposeful.
Please join me in welcoming to the podium Chancellor of Bloomfield College of Montclair State University, Marquita P. Evans, to present the welcome and give her commencement remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and buenos tardes to my Spanish-speaking guest. I want to take time to actually introduce our stage party to you today. A special thanks to Dr. Jonathan Capel, President of Montclair State University. Board of Trustees member Preston Pinkett. Raise your hand. Tammy Castro as well, our interim dean. Dr. Joseph Brennan, Vice President for University Communications and Marketing. Althea Broomfield Michelle, University Counsel. Dr. Don Mesa Sufleres, Vice President for Student Development and Campus Life. Rita Walters, our Vice President for Development and Alumni Engagement. Dr. Harry Frankie Rivera, Associate Professor of History and 2024 Excellence in Teaching Award recipient. Lisa Michaelwitz, our Registrar. And from your class, the valedictorian is Leslie Yuki, class of 2024 valedictorian. Lisa Ruiz, who is our class of 2024 salutatorian. And also our Bloomfield College Alumni Association President and Alumni Marshal, Maurice Lyle. Let's give them all a round of applause. I also want to welcome our esteemed faculty that are here, our other staff and administrators, proud parents, family, and friends joining in this in-person and live streaming event. Bloomfield College alumni, though, has a special recognition this year for our 50th class reunion attendees with the 1973 and 1974 graduates, I guess, of Bloomfield College. Please stand and be recognized. 50 years, y'all. Please be seated. Welcome to today's 151st commencement ceremony for Bloomfield College. I am thrilled to welcome you all to this very special event. As Chancellor and former President from 2019 to 2023, it is my great pleasure and sincere privilege to acknowledge and commend today's wonderful celebration for a job that's well done. Students, you are the reason why we do what we do. Your completion of your degree today is historic in so many different ways. I'm going to ask those students that missed their 2020 graduation, high school graduation, to please stand and be recognized. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you that don't know what happened in 2020 of the spring, a little thing called a pandemic, right? I actually saw a mother in this tent 2 days ago, and she was just walking around looking at the tent, and she was in tears because she did not have the opportunity to see her son walk across the stage. And she wanted to share that with me. So I wanted to make sure we pause just for a second to acknowledge you and to say thank you for your perseverance. Thank you for choosing Bloomfield College, and for all the graduates, again, today is about you. Okay, I'm gonna go on with some further recognitions. Students, as you thought about today and your journey to this moment, I want you to close your eyes just for a second. Think about all the people that helped you get here to today. Your parents, your friends, family members, your faculty, people maybe you didn't even know that offered scholarships. It took a village for this moment to happen. I want you to think about those individuals, and when you're done celebrating and having a good time, maybe today, maybe next week, I want you to stop and acknowledge them. Say something to them. I'm going to ask all the parents, I'm going to do that right now. All the parents of our graduates, please stand. Graduates, give them a round of applause. If I have any grandparents out there, or aunts or uncles, or anyone that had an impact on these graduating students, please stand and be recognized. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I had a parent tell me at the baccalaureate ceremony that I made a promise to them 4 years ago. And in that promise, I said, if you send me your baby, I will take care of your baby, right? And he said thank you to me. He said thank you to the faculty and staff, because not only did we pour into these students and these graduates here, but graduates, I want you to know you poured into us as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you again to all of you that are in attendance today. I do want to pause, though, and ask all the faculty and staff members to stand. Please stand. This will be my last commencement ceremony here at Bloomfield College of Montclair State University. And faculty and staff, you have been with me, with us, with this institution for the 5 years that I've been here. And again, I don't have the words to express my appreciation and joy of being here today with you. So thank you again. Please be seated. You know, when I was thinking about what I would say today, and I have a whole script here, and I've completely gone off script, just so you know that. I remember all the stories in going to the games and talking to the students about what they wanted to do for the future and the dreams that they had. And I know some of you sitting in here today, you may have a job, you may not have a job, but you've been here at Bloomfield College where it's been safe, where you've been loved and you've been cared for. You've been challenged and you've been pushed. But even within that, though, you knew we had your back. And now you're thinking, what am I going to do now? What's going to happen in my life? You know what? You have been prepared. You have been given the information and the tools that you need to be successful. The faculty, the staff, your parents, your whole community has been there for you. You belong in the room where it happens. You are not an imposter, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, and your voice matters. So I want you to remember that. Your voice matters. Repeat that with me. My voice matters. My voice matters. Thank you, and I need you to believe that and hold on to it. This is just the start, right? You thought you were taking that last final exam? There'll always be another exam. There'll always be another test. But you have already met the challenge. You've passed many tests already. At Bloomfield, there have been joyous occasions, there's been challenges, there's been struggles and hurdles, but today, on this day, you have been successful. Today, on this day, when you walk across this stage, there will be tears, there will be laughter, there will be joy, and you know, some of you, I need my hugs, right? Because again, it is the accomplishment of a dream. The greatest part of my job is to be a witness of your dreams being fulfilled. It's the best part, and I love it. Your parents will love it again, too, as well. And I will tell you, part of your degree belongs to them, just so you know, graduates. They paid a lot of money, right? And a lot of investment went into that. And some of you know I have 6 kids, and their degree is on my wall, right? Because I paid for that. But anyway, having said that, keep that in mind as you start going through your life. Don't ever forget, and Maurice is going to come up later on and talk about when we have our 50th graduates that are here today, they stay connected to their college. We need you to stay invested because you have been poured into. We need you now to pour into others. I'm going to ask all of you that are first generation college graduate students to please stand up. If you're first generation, please stand. Awesome. Awesome. Please be seated. More than half of this graduating class are the first in their family to get an undergraduate degree. Do you know what that means? Now you are a role model for all of those that come behind you, that see you. So that with this responsibility, with this privilege comes a responsibility, and that is a responsibility to give back. So I'm going to stop talking now before I actually start crying, because you know how much I love you. I wish you nothing but the best. And as I go into my new adventure in Minnesota, and yes, I know it's cold. Everybody's been telling me. Yes, I know it's cold. I will always remember you and will always love you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you for pouring into me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium the president of Montclair State University, Jonathan Capel.
Good afternoon. Oh, come on. That was like torture, though. Like, this is a day of joy and celebration, so yeah, that. Let's have that. Yes. We have a lot of days in life that are hard and painful and you don't want to get out of bed. This is the opposite day. Like, this is a day to hoot and holler and be excited for these graduates. Let's do that again. Woo! Yeah. And I want to just put a big second on everything that my dear friend Chancellor Evans just said. This is an enormous accomplishment, and it's a celebration for everybody in this tent, and even some people who didn't get a space in the tent. Luckily, it's dry today, and you're not getting soaking wet, so I'm excited about that too. So this is an exciting day, but I know that there's trepidation in the minds of our graduates, and it's partially just to what comes next, what's the next test, because you'll face tests, and it's also the reality that the world's kind of tough right now. The world's kind of tough right now. You're graduating at a challenging moment, right? War is in all of our minds. Social division is in all our minds. Human suffering, climate change. All of these things are facing all of you as you graduate from college, but all of us, and they all require innovation. They all require solutions. The thing is, I don't think any of these problems cannot be solved. I actually think the biggest problem is that we lack sometimes the confidence that we have the ability to solve these challenges. And in fact, I would argue that that confidence seems to be lower than any time I can recall in my lifetime, which makes today all the more important, and it makes your journey all the more important, because to my mind, the lesson of today is not that everything is easy. It's not that you have a dream and all of a sudden it comes through and you walk across the stage. Don't skip all the stuff that came in between. Yes, you had an image in your mind of walking across that stage, and your family and loved ones and friends and the people that got you here, they had that image too. But that didn't just make it happen, right? What made it happen was the perseverance to get through the obstacles, the challenges. And you, of course, face challenges that no other group before you faced. And so you didn't expect a pandemic. You didn't expect to have your high school graduation on Zoom, or for that matter, the first year of college on Zoom. So I actually feel really confident, given what you've accomplished, that you have the ability to make our communities stronger, healthier, more fair, that you have the ability to improve our country, to make it more prosperous, not just for some people, but for everybody, that you have the ability to create a world that is more just, more peaceful, more joyful. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't know how he got from looking out at the world and feeling optimistic about the future, but let me explain why. And it links to your own accomplishment, but I want you to take certain lessons from it. I don't want you to just let go of it. So two things, and you had a unique experience, one universal and one very particular. I already talked about COVID, and we've heard about that, so I don't think we need to talk much more about that, except to mention that 5 years ago, you didn't think you could do classes on Zoom and take online things and do all the things that you adapted to like that. And your faculty didn't know how to teach a class on Zoom, right? And everybody would have said, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can do it. And yet, 10 minutes later, we were doing it. So we think of universities as being the least adaptable, like these giant plodding dinosaurs that don't change. And yet, we changed. And we did things differently. And so you learned a critical lesson that you can adapt. But you were also part of something quite unique, the merger of Bloomfield College into Montclair State University. And my friend Marquita said to me as we were walking, 2 years ago was not a sure thing that there would be a graduation here today. Now, people sometimes forget. They say, oh, yeah, they said that, but nah. No, that's reality. When President Evans got up and told the world, if something doesn't change, there will no longer be a Bloomfield College, she wasn't doing that for dramatic effect. She wasn't doing that to get attention. She was doing that because that was the existential crisis that this college faced. Now, why am I talking about that? I'm talking about that because there's a critical lesson that's learned there, which is in order to ensure the progress of Bloomfield College and to make sure that it had a prosperous future, President Evans had to redefine the expectations and the possibilities of the future. She could have said, we can't exist the way we expect to exist, and therefore we are going to give up on our dreams and we are going to give up on the future and we will pack up our tent and that'll be the end of the story. She could have done that. By the way, that's what most college presidents do. And so if you open up the newspapers that focus on higher education, pretty much every week you can read about a college closing. How many of you locals remember there was a thing in East Orange called Uppsala College? Yeah, there's no Uppsala College today because Uppsala College refused to adapt. And I don't want to get into the history of it, but they didn't make the same choices. I can tell you as you sit here today that the plans that you have for the future, that the expectations that you have, it's not going to turn out the way you picture. It's not. I'm not saying that to be a bummer. Some things are going to be a disappointment. Some things are going to happen that you didn't even know were going to happen, that are going to be way better than you expect. And I can tell you that our 50th anniversary graduates are going to tell you this is all going to happen very quickly. I got an endorsement. Thank you. So here's what the lesson is that the merger tells us, that your own story tells us about how you need to proceed into the future as you encounter things you didn't expect and the journey doesn't go exactly the way you mapped it out. And again, you know this already. I want you to take it with you. Let go of what was. Let go. Let go of what you thought it was going to be. It doesn't matter what you thought it was going to be. It doesn't matter what was. What you need to figure out how to do is embrace what is, make the most of it, and perhaps most importantly, and this is what we've done with this merger. This is why I am very bittersweet about my friend and partner going off to Minnesota to do ice fishing or whatever it is they do in Minnesota. I honestly don't know what they do. Here's what you need to do most important. Embrace what could be. What could be. And there are things that could be that maybe weren't possible before. You can sometimes build something better once the reality shifts. You know what this college used to do? It used to train Presbyterian ministers. How many of you are planning to be Presbyterian ministers? Now we could say, oh, that's a shame, Bloomfield College used to do something and now we don't have Bloomfield College. Where are all the Presbyterian ministers that used to come out of Bloomfield College? I just saw something when the chancellor asked our first-gen students to rise, and I hear about the stories, and I've had the great privilege to meet many of you over the last couple of years. I couldn't ask for anything more. I don't care about the Presbyterian ministers we are not educating. I am absolutely thrilled with our Bloomfield College of Montclair State University graduates and students. That's better than I could have hoped for. So don't get dragged down by what wasn't. Embrace the possibility of what you can build. I think that's the biggest lesson that you can take with it from being part of the class of COVID and being part of the class of this merger. Now, I want to give you two other things to think about while you're sitting there and everybody's walking across the stage. Because it's important as you go out into the world and you bring your enthusiasm, your energy, your optimism, and I agree with Marquita, you bring your voice loud and clear. Two things I want you to keep in mind that I think are so important. One, I want you not to join the chorus of critics and naysayers, people who have nothing to do but say bad things. And you know, you take out your phone and you're on social media and it's so easy to throw darts. That person is terrible, that's stupid, you know. Not just social media either, right? It's our whole social discourse. So I heard this phrase from a Roman statesman named Cicero that sticks in my head. I try to remember it every day. He said, criticize by what you create. Show people what's possible. Don't tell them how bad what they do is. Anybody can write an angry Instagram post. Anybody can do that. What you're capable of is authoring something that's better. So do that. Don't join those who would simply let hatred lead. Lead with hope, lead with kindness. Second thing, probably even harder than the first. Do everything in your power to resist this unfortunate human impulse that we have to vilify and hate people who are opposed to us. Super easy thing to say. Super easy thing to say. I don't pretend that I know how to do that all the time. But I've learned enough from the people that I admire most and the people who have made change in the world. People like Nelson Mandela, people like Martin Luther King, people like Mohandas Gandhi. I've learned from those figures that this is essential. You can't make progress unless you can overcome the instinct to hate. And I've also lived long enough and read enough history to know that once people get sucked into the vortex of hatred, it's really hard to pull ourselves out. Once you've dehumanized the enemy, it's really hard to return to a place where you can work together, compromise, and forge solutions. So don't let yourself get sucked in. Resist that as hard as you can. There are a lot of people out there who are not interested in solutions. They just want to pound the drums of division and anger and resentment. Resist that beat. Resist that beat. Find your own way to light a different path. Live your life with passion and confidence. Yes, you should be confident. You're earning a degree from Bloomfield College today. You overcame all kinds of obstacles. You showed persistence and resilience. You are smart and thoughtful and creative people. So be confident, but also live with empathy and humility. That's how we get things done. Congratulations to all of you. It is so exciting to be with you here today. I cannot wait to see what you will bring to our future. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming to the podium Dr. Tammy Castro, Interim Dean of Bloomfield College of Montclair State University.
I am much shorter than President Coppell. Good afternoon, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here. As many of my students know, I never dreamed that I would be here presiding over a commencement. And I would like to start by thanking President Coppell and Chancellor Evans for your heartfelt well wishes and words of wisdom to the class of 2024. Thank you for your leadership, innovation, and inspirational hard work on behalf of our very special Bloomfield College campus community. Please take a moment to look around. We are here in celebration together on this beautiful campus, gathering to recognize the graduating class of 2024. The view from up here is truly, truly amazing. Graduating students from all of us at Bloomfield College of Montclair State University, I too wish to thank you for the hard work you have put in and the success you have achieved. This allows us to be here today to celebrate you and your loved ones. Many of you started with us during Chancellor Evans' first year or second year as president. If you started in fall 2019, about 7 months into your time at Bloomfield, suddenly you were faced with adversity unlike any experienced by recent generations. Along with the students across the country and throughout the world, you had multiple semesters interrupted by the pandemic. Many of you suffered personal losses within your own family or community. And terms such as masking, social distancing, COVID testing, and my favorite, "you are muted," became part of your everyday vocabulary. Or the other one, which is, "please mute yourself." These terms are now everyday, part of our everyday lives. However, even with the challenges that were put before you over these last years, you made it. Your commitment to your academic studies has culminated in this very moment at this commencement ceremony, where your loved ones have gathered to acknowledge your accomplishments and congratulate you on your academic success. And today, you are recognized as the last graduating class to walk across the stage on the Bloomfield College campus. Among our 265 graduates, we are proud to have a very diverse student body. We have traditional students, we have adult students. Nearly 50% of you are first-generation college students. We have students from throughout the state and from throughout the world, including students with citizenship in or originating from 16 countries. We're all inspired by you and are privileged to be able to express our personal congratulations to each and every graduate today. We also have 8 special graduates who I want to acknowledge. These individuals were among the nearly 1 million in New Jersey and over 40 million people in the US. Yes, that's 40 million people in the US who had started a college degree but had not completed it and earned a credential. If you were a student in our degree completion program, please rise if you're able. There's 8 of you out there. These individuals had started college at Bloomfield College several years ago, with one having had a 20-year hiatus since her initial enrollment. Each of these students stopped short because life happened. A variety of things happened. But throughout a program where we reached out to them, and in a very personalized way, we invited them to return to the college so that we could help them achieve their dream. Today, they join you as soon-to-be college graduates. Congratulations to you. Another privilege afforded to me today as interim dean is the opportunity to recognize the outstanding contributions of our faculty. Each year, one of our professors is elected through a nomination and committee review process to receive the Faculty Teaching Excellence Award. This award acknowledges teaching excellence through creative, supportive, and rigorous teaching, with an emphasis on student-centered learning in and out of the classroom. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Harry Frankie Rivera as the 2024 recipient of the Faculty Excellence Award. Dr. Frankie Rivera, please stand and be recognized. Please also join me in recognizing all of our faculty who, through their service and dedication to Bloomfield College, have made outstanding contributions across the college and have contributed richly to the success of our graduates and the reputation of Bloomfield College. Thank you to you all, or my faculty colleagues, for your service in our college community. If you're here, it's because they all turned in their grades on time. Thank you. It is now my distinct pleasure to recognize Bloomfield College's class of 2024 valedictorian and salutatorian, who will each present remarks. We'll begin with the valedictorian. Her name is Leslie Yuki from Hackensack, New Jersey. Today, Leslie will graduate with a 4.0 GPA. Let me just say that again, 4.0. That means every class she took, she had an A in. Yuki will today earn both a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, just in case you weren't impressed, and a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. She is double majoring. She will bring greetings on behalf of the class of 2024. Valedictorian Yuki, please approach the podium to deliver your remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Castro. Good afternoon, Dr. Coppell, Dr. Evans, friends, faculty, and family members of my fellow graduates. My name is Leslie Yuki, and I am a first-generation student who is honored here today as the valedictorian for the class of 2024. I would first like to thank God and my parents for giving me the strength and guiding my path. I would also like to thank all of my professors and the McNair Scholars Program for encouraging me to take risks and supporting me throughout the process. I remember first stepping into this school as a transfer student and not having had any clue as to what my life would look like for the following 2 years. We were always taught as children that college is a variable experience. It can be daunting, but it can also be immensely enjoyable as we meet friends and faculty who become part of our family. To my fellow graduates, I want to say this is not the end, but rather the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. We have been given the knowledge to succeed, and it is up to us to use our knowledge to leave a legacy in this world. I know that each and every one of us has the potential to achieve great things. We are a generation of problem solvers, innovators, and dreamers, and I am confident that we will go out to the real world and inspire others. But let us also not forget the struggles and challenges we faced along the way. I remember those tireless nights trying to solve math problems and going to bed at 3 in the morning because my mom would get up to go to work. Moments like these are what have shaped us and made us stronger. Together, we have learned the value of hard work, perseverance, and humility, and we will carry those tools with us wherever we go. I would now like to add additional words in Spanish into my speech as a tribute to all the Hispanic families here today. This is special and personal for my parents. Esto es para mis papás Rosa Dután y Ángel Yuki. Por favor, pueden pararse. Mis padres nunca me dejaron creer que no podría lograr lo que tenía en mente. Llegaron a un país extranjero sin saber lo que el futuro los esperaba, pero me dieron de todo. Mientras me guiaban a tomar buenas decisiones, no sé si alguna vez se dieron cuenta de que la persona en la que quería convertirme eran ellos. Aunque no tuvieran la oportunidad de terminar la escuela y entrar a la universidad, para mí han sido mis verdaderos maestros. Todo esto es para ustedes, para mí ustedes son los que hoy se graduaron. Siempre serán mi motor a seguir adelante y siempre veré por ustedes como lo hicieron conmigo. Los amo mucho. Ya pueden tomar asiento. You may sit down now. My fellow graduates, as we embark on a new adventure, remember to stay true to ourselves, to embrace diversity, and to never lose sight of our goals. Seize the opportunities presented in the present moment, pursue your deepest desires, meet new people, love as many as you can, explore new places, strive to live wholeheartedly, and ensure that yours is one that history favors. Thank you, class of 2024, for an unforgettable journey, and congratulations on this incredible achievement.
Thank you, valedictorian Yuki. I don't know how you got through that without crying. And to her parents and to all the Spanish-speaking families here with us today, felicitaciones. Los logros de sus hijos son sus logros. Y el orgullo que ustedes sienten hoy es también nuestro orgullo. It is now my distinct pleasure to recognize Bloomfield College's class of 2024 salutatorian. Lisa Ruiz from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Today, Lisa will graduate with a GPA of 3.98. And the question was, which class did you not get a perfect A on? It was 2 A minuses in English. She will earn her BA in English. Salutatorian Ruiz also serves as the clinical placement coordinator in the Francis M. McLaughlin Division of Nursing. Lisa has served in the nursing division and in a number of capacities for more than 14 years. Salutatorian Ruiz, please approach the podium. I'm even shorter yet.
Thank you, Dr. Castro. Good afternoon, President Capel, Chancellor Evans, faculty, friends, family, and fellow graduates. If someone had told me years ago that I'd be addressing all of you at my college commencement ceremony, receiving my degree, I would have snorted with laughter. Yet, here I stand, living proof that it is indeed never too late to begin a journey. Okay. Most of my family and friends did this decades ago, yet here I am, 63 years old, doing it. Proof that it's never too late. I would like to begin by saying that I am honored and humbled to have been asked to speak to you today. I'm here to share with you my journey, a journey that was ignited by the remarkable faculty of the Francis M. McLaughlin Division of Nursing. As you just heard, I work in the Division of Nursing, and watching these amazing women and men balance teaching, raising families, being administrators, and some, while doing all this, were going to school to achieve their terminal degrees. This was nothing short of inspiring. So I decided to take one course, a course that would help me in my job, computers. I loved it. So from there I said, I'll take Writing 101, Writing 102. Then I said, let me try Math 101, Math 102. And now I knew there was no turning back. I was hooked. Little did I know that taking a few courses would ignite such a passion for learning that would shape the trajectory of my life over the next decade. I found that I gravitated towards the English classes, especially the literature courses. The day after class, I would walk into my office, and the then chair of the Division of Nursing, Dr. Nettie Serra, would grab me before we started our day, ask me to sit down, and tell her what I did in class the night before. She was genuinely interested in everything I did, and her encouraging words made me feel so good about taking classes. What I started doing for fun soon became a driving force in my life. Dr. Serra's words were still echo in my mind. There's no rush, Lisa. Just do it at your own pace. So I did just that. I took 1 or 2 courses per semester, and before I knew it, here I am, standing before you. Now, I have 3 children, a husband, a dog, and for a time, a little guinea pig who liked to eat my homework. You thought it was just a statement? It's not. Animals do eat homework. Throughout most of my time in school, everyone still lived at home, and I worked full-time, and juggling life was tricky. My house is blessed. It is always filled with family and friends. So finding quiet time to read and do homework was difficult. Yet through the chaos of family life and their unwavering support sustained me. To my family, I extend my deepest gratitude for their patience and understanding over the 11 years it took to achieve this milestone. Now, even though my children ventured out to begin their own lives, my house is still a hub of activity, still filled with guests and dogs, sometimes up to 5 of them at a time running around my house. But through it all, I persevered, and truthfully, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle having all this spare time on my hands. So, yeah, right, next. As I said before, it's never too late. It's not just about going back to school. Grab the opportunity for anything you really want that comes along. Grab it while you can, because there's never going to be the perfect time for anything. If you have a dream, make it happen. I'm living proof that age doesn't matter and that you can't use life events as an excuse for not doing something. If that's the case, I would never have gotten past the first few courses. Now, in the middle of all this, my family opened a restaurant. It's a true testament to our shared spirit of challenge and resilience. Today, I stand before you living proof that life's hurdles need not impede our dreams. If anything, they serve as catalysts for growth and resilience. My journey is a testament to the power of seizing opportunities, embracing challenges, and refusing to let circumstances dictate our path. I guess I like to challenge myself and to see just how much I'm able to take on before I yell no more. What I found out, though, was that I didn't yell no more. Instead, I said, let's go, bring it on. Life did, and here I am to say that I survived, I am proud, and I am a college graduate. So to the class of 2024, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. Each of you has overcome obstacles, defied expectations, and emerged stronger for it. So as you embark on this new chapter of your lives, remember your journey is just beginning. Embrace every opportunity, pursue your passions relentlessly, and never underestimate the power of perseverance. Congratulations to the class of 2024, you did it.
Thank you, Salutatorian Ruiz. It is now time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the conferral of degrees. I just want to say that we are so very proud of you, and I'm excited for what happens next. Degrees will be awarded individually to our graduates, and each graduate's name will be read out loud. Because today is a moment to celebrate, we are going to take our time, and we're going to savor this moment. As each graduate is called forward, please briefly hold your applause so that we can hear the graduate's name. Then respectfully show your appreciation with applause. Be loud and be proud as each graduate walks across the stage. Our students and their families deserve this moment. However, out of respect for our graduates and their guests, I will ask you to please remain seated until the ceremony is completed. You will know this is the end when we do the recessional. You'll hear music. Let's get started. Will the candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts in Teaching please rise? Chancellor Evans, it is my honor to present our candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts in Teaching.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby grant the degree of Masters of Arts in Teaching. You may now rotate your tassel to the left, signifying the conferral of the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching. You may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science please rise? Chancellor Evans, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Science. They have satisfied all academic requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Bloomfield College.
By virtue of authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby grant the degree of Master of Science. You may now rotate your tassel to the left, signifying the conferral of the degree of Master of Science. Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Business Administration please rise? Chancellor Evans, it is my honor Chancellor Evans, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Business Administration. They have satisfied all academic requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Bloomfield College.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby grant the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Business Administration. You may now rotate your tassel to the left, signifying the conferral of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Business Administration. Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? Chancellor Evans, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. They have satisfied all academic requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Bloomfield College.
By virtue of authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, on the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby grant the degree of Bachelor of Science. You may now rotate your tassel to the left, signifying the conferral of the degree of Bachelor of Science. Please be seated.
Candidates, it is now time to come forward and to be recognized. proud family and friends. Well, no. Already. Let's get started.
First, we welcome our recipients for our master's degrees. Presenting the graduates for our Masters of Arts in Teaching. Matthew L. Riccatelli. Melanie E. Saavedra. Alexandra M. Tootle. Now presenting for our Master of Science in Accounting, Alexi Ann Henry. Now presenting our Bachelor of Arts recipients. Presenting the graduates for the Bachelor of Arts from the Division of Creative Arts and Technology, Brianna M. Rodriguez.
Nick Jonathan Appa.
Jose Benitez. Samari N. Champagne. Sheldon S. Chavanis. Kaylee N. Consuegra. Emily A. Cupo. Kevin M. Dercole. Colin S. Fraley. Gregory G. Grice. Shatad J. Henderson. Khalil Howard. Curtis R. Jackson. Olivier L. Judy. Junior Joka. Christopher R. Lang. Hunter W. Leopold Hole. Alicia B. Lovell. Luis F. Martinez. Nyreek T. Moore. Christian J. Ortiz. Isaiah C. Reed. Elisha M. Rojo. Samantha O. Santos. Zaki A. Shabazz Smith. Makai W. Simon. Taj D. Thomas. Christopher J. Torres.
Really? I'm out.
Chelsea B. Valentin. Asia N. Williams. Presenting the graduates for the Bachelor of Arts from the Division of Humanities.
Precious Cousins.
Raylan G. D'Onofrio. Caitlin R. Dooley. Jonas Espinal. Ishmael I. Martinez. Shakira H. McKnight. Jamal D. McLaurin. Yesoda Naurang. Amy Piwarski. Lisa M. Ruiz. Presenting the graduates for the Bachelor of Arts from the Division of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Oluwasegun A. Akinola. Aaliyah R. Alexander. Saja S. Austin.
It doesn't matter. Montclair, they're like, you gotta keep it now, right? It's like,
Shayna Beaublanc. Sumaya S. Bethia. Valentina Beltran Garzon. Mitra Cajus. Charnette A. Chambers. Kamara M. Chandler.
Sky Coleman Liggins.
Jason A. Darby. Aida Diane. Jalen C. Dorset. Renzo S. Garcia. Anissa M. Grant. Alexis D. Hack. Mariah Hamad. Lanijah J. Harrison. Janice M. Holguin. Essence M. Hunter. Brianna N. Johnson. Jordan C. Johnson. Latoya M. Jones. Habibatu Kaba. Aaliyah C. Kennedy. Janaya J. Knox. Stephanie Lando.
Amani Levitan.
Angel S. Lewis. Tiara M. Mahorn. Kilanje T. Martin. Jana Masoy. Tamaya K. McCray. Shantae J. McClain. Janelli M. Marino. Diaja A. Newell. Hernetta H. Odom. Almanija T. Anque. Maya T. Pang. Fritz Derlene Pierre. Michaela E. Rivera. Tatiana Rodas. Juan M. Salcedo Pineda. Romesia D. Samaru. Alexis T. Schneider. Tori A. Siegler. Alicia M. Serrano. Ryan H. Smith. Takira N. Spencer Velez. Larissa St. Cyrus. Xavier J. Taborn. Emma N. Tees. Jason P. Villafane. Christopher L. Walker. Amete A. Widow Thomas. Ernestine S. Williams. Kayla T. Willis.
Wendy J. Zavala.
Presenting the graduates for the Bachelor of Business Administration. Talia N. Estes. DeAndrea R. Marshall. Sierra S. Alberton. Kesney Anord. Jennifer Avila. Brian Benotti. Tristan J. Brandt. Lordiana Kajulis. Carla E. Calle Fernandez. Abdule Kamara. Jacob D. Carlisle. Denaya Diane Darby. Arsenios Demetrio. Esther Dogby. Adib C. Doyle. Sonique K. Eccles. Luma Esteves da Roca. Brian P. Gordon. Devin T. Graham. Idanice Guzman Uberes. Jaleel R. Henry. Aaron J. Holloman. Maniello John Pierre. Amin Jabali. Jean Ariel S. June. Allison M. Jimenez. Nicholas R. Johns. Shatira I. Johnson. Julio C. Lantigua, Jr. Damian K. Little. Crystal M. McDaniel. Jasmine K. McDuffie. Adriana R. McGregor. Alexis J. Munoz. Alex P. Nowatzki. Julio R. Ortiz. Robert J. Parker. Mia B. Phillip. Mabel O. Pinedo. Albert Rivera. Raymond A. Sarza. Al-Janhan T. Smith. Mia J. Saban. Ibrahim Sasay. Jason Torres. Hatham Tuma. Patrick L. Vance Jr. Danielle Nicole Walters. Sadia White. Aleem Watson. Presenting the graduates for the Bachelor of Science from the Division of Creative Arts and Technology. Ciara E. Donaldson. Alexander D. Urena Collado. Presenting the graduates for the Bachelor of Science from the Division of Natural Science and Mathematics. Mariela N. Alvarez. Anna M. Bautista. Gianna M. Casillas. Rakia Craven. Rajanique A. Creighton. Christian S. Cruz. Dawn A. Curtis.
Dawn is accompanied by her mother, Dr. Deborah Curtis, Professor Emerita of Mathematics.
Dima G. Dennis. Abdallah Y. El Saleh. Sharday K. Exantis.
Kevin Gonzalez.
Lauren N. Hansford. Darren J. Hernandez. Madison J. Jones. Melanie Masanabe. Alana N. McGill. Martina N. McPherson. Ahmed Mickey.
Ahmed is accompanied by his father, Dr. Ismat Mickey, Professor of Nursing.
Amelia M. Osti.
Amelia is accompanied by her father, Roberto Osti, on behalf of he and his late wife, Angela Conrad, professor of English.
De Uris Peña Peña. Yonis Pierre. Grace M. Randazzo. Fatima Seiko. Kayla S. Sykes. Thomas C. Turner. Leslie Yuki. Presenting the graduates for the Bachelor of Science from the Division of Nursing. Elizabeth S. Adjipong. Habiba B. Ali. Brandon O. Bellin. Genesis Del Rio. Amanda S. DeSorces. Aishatu Diane. Rosa I. Garcia Vargas. Hannah A. Gassasa. Leslie A. Gomez Calle. Mary Carla Gomez Ermita. Katie M. Granda. Tiffany A. Grosso. Sadie S. Gregg. Mabel Enriquez Abreu. Elizabeth Iqbal. Noelia G. Lovato Caguana. Ava Gay S. Mackenzie Perez. Yasmin Y. Mercado. Kamar J. Muse. Ola Jumoke M. Oletilewa. Nelly J. Peñafil Regalado. Andrea P. Ramirez Carvajal. Jamie L. Roberson. Arlene Rodriguez. Christian A. Sanchez Aviles. Natalie M. Trabolsi. L. Mays Victor. Vince T. Villanueva. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Congratulations to our historic class of 2024. It has been a pleasure to shake every one of your hands on this stage tonight. The hugs, the tears, I even got sunscreen in my eyes. I would do it all over again. Congratulations. We are so proud of your accomplishments and thank all of your friends and loved ones who are part of this special day of honoring you during Bloomfield College's historic 151st commencement, the final commencement to be held on the Bloomfield College Quadrangle.
Graduates, Bloomfield College Alumni Association President Maurice Lyle of the class of 2009 now joins us at the podium. Mr. Lyle will officially induct the class of 2024 into the Bloomfield College Alumni Association.
Okay, I won't sit. All right, so we're going to give you about 10 seconds to stand up and make some noise. Give a round of applause to yourself, and also stand up, graduates. Come on, let's stand up. Stand up, make some noise. And I want you to turn around and look at your parents. Make some noise for your parents as well. You did it, you have your degrees. I want to hear it. All right, that was good. You guys can sit down now. And I'm going to be really quick. I know you guys are ready to go. So, dear distinguished graduates, today we gather to celebrate a historic milestone, the 151st commencement at this esteemed 156-year-old college. It is with immense pride and joy that I extend a warm greeting to each and every one of you on this momentous occasion. So, as pioneers in the latest chapter of the college's history, you stand as a testament to the resilience, to the determination, to the unwavering spirit that defines the Bloomfield College community. Throughout your academic journey, you have demonstrated remarkable strength in the face of adversity. You have navigated unprecedented challenges with grace and determination. Well done. Job well done. So your journey at the newly named Bloomfield College of Montclair State University has not only equipped you with the knowledge and the skills, but has also instilled invaluable qualities that will serve as the foundation of your future endeavors. As you embark on the next phase of your journey, I urge you to hold fast to the following principles. Embrace challenges with courage and determination, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity for growth and development. Remember to prioritize yourself first. Prioritize yourself first. Pay yourself first. If you don't know what that means, you can see me afterwards. Prioritize yourself first, both financially and emotionally. It's a simple concept that I wish I knew at your age. Cultivate confidence in your abilities. Everything that you need, you have within you. Remain open to learning and continue to expand your horizons. Education is a lifelong pursuit, so don't let this be the end of your academic journey. Stay true to your dreams. Hold on to them. Don't let them go for anybody. If you decide to change on your dream, let that be your decision and not someone else's. Never lose sight of the person you aspire to be. Remember the importance of preservation and resilience and adaptability in the face of any adversity. Cherish the relationships that you have formed and support that you've received along the way. And above all else, I say this every year, choose your partner wisely. Choose your partner wisely. So as you embark on this new chapter of graduates of Bloomfield College, know that you carry with you the legacy of excellence, creativity, and community that defines our institution. The world awaits your talents, your passion, and your unique contributions. So go forth with confidence, knowing that you are well equipped to make a difference and leave your mark on this world. On behalf of the Bloomfield College Alumni Association, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. May your future be filled with boundless opportunities, personal growth, and unparalleled success. And remember, the journey may be challenging at times, but it's the challenges that make the victories all more rewarding. Congratulations to the class of 2024, and I welcome you into the Bloomfield College Alumni Association.
Now I am pleased to introduce Dr. Zachary Aidala, Associate Professor of Psychology, Honors Program Coordinator, and Co-Chair of the Faculty Council, to provide the graduate salute.
One more time, congratulations to the class of 2024. We are incredibly proud of your accomplishments, even in the face of unprecedented challenges faced by the college and college students over the years. The memories we have created together will always hold a special meaning for us, and as you begin a new chapter in pursuit of your dreams, we send you our heartfelt love and best wishes. May you find success and happiness in all of your future endeavors. As co-chair of the Faculty Council, I officially declare the academic year of 2023-2024 very much closed. Congratulations.
We are almost reaching the end, but I would be remiss if I didn't take a few moments to acknowledge the many areas involved in implementing, planning the commencement-related events. As faculty, I've been attending this commencement for the past 20 years. And let me tell you guys, it's a whole different story on the other side. The amount of work that goes into planning a commencement started 6 months ago. So I would like to thank the members of the commencement committee. If you're out there, please wave hi or stand. I'm talking about all the great volunteers that you see wearing red shirts. Please wave. Our fantastic team from the physical plant. The campus looks great, and they're the people that make things happen magically. We need this there, and it shows up. Admissions and enrollment management, including our great student storytellers. Athletics and our mascots, Deacon and Rocky. There's Deacon graduating. The staff from Gourmet Dining Services. Former employees who have returned to the college they love to help us today. Human Resources, they called to say that you all have the day off tomorrow. University Communications and Marketing. Division of Development and Alumni Engagement. Instructional Technology and the team from Eclipse Events for their outstanding production work. I encourage everyone to watch and share the video, which will be posted on our website shortly. Student Affairs, including the staff from Resident Life. Student Development and Campus Life. Center for Student Leadership and Engagement. Student Financial Services, because someone has to pay the bills. Our campus security teams and the Bloomfield Township Police Department, thank you. The Chancellor's Council, the President's Office, and finally, our team in the Office of Academic Affairs, and all of our academic divisions, the Registrar's Office, and all of the great teams in our Center for Student Success. Thank you all, from all of us, for everything that you have done to make today so special for Bloomfield College, our graduates, and our guests. One last round of applause, please. And I'm happy to announce that this concludes the 151st commencement ceremony of Bloomfield College. Thank you.
Please remain in your places until the platform party, faculty, and students have processed out. Once you depart, please travel safely to enjoy the rest of your celebration today. Thank you and congratulations!
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Yeah. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Yeah. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go! Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go! Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, to bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness